What is up, nerds? This is your Supreme Leader today, and today I am going to be reacting to Geeks and Gamers and the Failvengers. In other words, the Butthurt Menace. Yeah, I kind of like that, the Butthurt Menace. Or the Slow Ones. Yeah, I'm feeling that one. Okay, so I'm going to react to one of their most recent videos, and it has the main dummy, which is him, Jeremy. So let's get on to it. You guys know the drill. Let's hear what the wise man of Star Wars has to say.
And that was kind of the case for Andor, because
I have not seen this trailer.
There's been pretty positive reaction to the Andor trailer. This comes out, I think, in September on Disney Plus, and people are thinking, you know what? Maybe just a story about the Empire and Rebellion, a dark, gritty spy thriller. You know, maybe without getting all this other original trilogy stuff involved, maybe it could be cool. Well, that is until we get this type of an interview. Exclusive. Andor is Star Wars' scurrilous take on the Trumpian world, Fiona Shaw tells Empire.
I'm so tired of this.
And yet, here you are. The people who always complain saying they're tired of this and that, they still come back for more. More what? Disappointment that their fantasies don't come true. But oh please, continue to lecture us, oh wise ones.
Fiona Shaw describes new Star Wars series Andor as a great scurrilous take on the Trumpian world. And we have her full quotes right here. The show's created and showrun by Tony Gilroy. He's the guy who wrote Rogue One. Here's the quote from her. Tony Gilroy has written a great scurrilous take on the Trumpian world. Our world is exploding in different places right now. People's rights are disappearing. And Andor reflects that. Yikes. In the show, the Empire is taking over, and it feels like the same thing is happening in reality too.
Wow. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, why?
What I find funny about this is that they all sit there and laugh and say, oh, it's about Donald Trump and how white people are bad and all yada 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 and how it reflects the real world. But if my memory serves me correctly, isn't Star Wars a reflection of what happens in the real world as well? I said this in my last video and I'm going to say it again. Because what I find ironic is that these kind of elements were introduced way before Disney had their hands on Star Wars. They even showed it in the Clone Wars. Maybe in Rebels too. Hey, I haven't watched Rebels, but if anyone who has watched Rebels, you guys could find something that relates to the real world, let me know, please. And if it does, point given. And the thing is that they laugh at it as if it's a meme and all that stuff, but they do realize that Star Wars was based off World War II, right? Inspired, correct? And also, he was inspired by the Vietnam War, too. The point given is Star Wars always will be political in some way, shape, or form. Always has, always will be. When George Lucas was there, and by the time he left there as well. And it will continue to follow those principles. But I just hate that they play stupid. Like it's the first time we see something political happen in Star Wars. And if my memory serves me correctly, the Empire has done evil things. As even more to even destroy their own planet that was basically run by the Empire. I can't remember the name for it, but it was in Battlefront 2. So why in the freak do they act surprised even though we have seen this dozen times already?
People, I don't know, I think that disconnected with their audience that they think people go watch their material to basically, we know what she's saying is nonsense, but let's even assume, just for the sake of conversation, that it was true. Why on earth would I want to go watch a fantasy, kind of setting or whatever, and it be the same exact thing? What's the point there? And I guess they just don't believe in escapism at all.
Yeah, if that were true, you would want to escape from that.
Yeah.
You want to forget it.
It's like, do they think they're being like original and intelligent and spicy by doing the same thing that every other show does? Like,
they don't believe in escapism. Oh my goodness, these guys are dumb as bricks. I swear. They want escapism? Really? They already have. We've been having that for many years. Not just in movies, not in the original trilogy, the sequel trilogy, the prequel trilogy, the Clone Wars animated series, Rebels, Resistance, etc. It goes even beyond movies and TV shows. It goes from video games, comic books, the books. And no matter which one you choose, there's escapism from your world to Star Wars universe. And when you're saying this, you're just in denial. Of course, there's going to be some elements of things that are happening in the real world, of course, that are going to come back to and be like, oh, hey, that's familiar. Slavery, Tusken Raiders, kidnapping Anakin's mom and all that, having her as a slave and everything. So, it's going to ring some bells, but it's supposed to make you feel like you're not in the real world, or feel a bit of both. Either way, that form of escapism is the key to keep us interested and invested in what we're watching. And that's what got us into watching Star Wars, because we thought it's cool, it's different, it was giving us something fresh. It's like reading a comic book. It's like when you're reading the comic book, it comes to life. When I read Dragon Ball Z, the manga, when I read the words, when I look at the pictures and go turn each page, it feels like the book comes to life. That is how it's supposed to make you feel. Invested in that world that you're reading from. And that is exactly the same with Star Wars. There is a form of escapism with the stories that we are given to, but it's just these guys act like they've never seen this happen before. Dude, it happens all the time. They just don't know it. It happens just right under the nose.
Every show I watch in like the 4th season, it's like, oh, by the way, the main character's basically Trump. And I'm like, God damn it, every time I'm trying to enjoy this show, I got my tissues and everything.
Well, you know
and
what?
They every time, dude. They got the damn Trump and stuff. And it's like they don't have any original ideas. This doesn't make sense to me. It all seems
Imagine
silly.
a Trumpian world.
Low gas prices.
They're talking about the Trumpian world. We're 2 years removed from this guy being president.
Yeah.
Right? All your rights that are being taken away right now, they're still blaming Trump for it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, Trump's not in control. Codify that shit in law. You can't do it because people actually want to get fucking reelected. So you're blaming Trump still.
Using that as leverage, man.
These people are crazy.
Yeah, sounds familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, I think all you guys need is a t-shirt that says crazy and it's pointing up towards you guys. And the fact that they're bothered by this is just shows how childish these guys can be. Sure, I don't like what the lady said about the story being about Trump and whatever, but I'm not offended by it. But these guys act like, oh shit, I'm offended and all that stuff. When you should be doing is building a bridge and get fucking over it.
I've heard like a lot of people seem to think that this looks really good. You know what I mean? This trailer.
This time it will be different.
I have no interest in Andor, personally, because it's Disney Star Wars, just like everything Disney Star Wars. However, I say...
Yet, here they all are, complaining about how terrible Disney Star Wars is. If they really are tired of Disney Star Wars, they could simply just move on. They could unsubscribe from Disney Plus and talk about other things on their channel, if they love Star Wars a lot, why don't they talk about positive things about Star Wars, If they love the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, preach on that. The Clone Wars, Rebels, hell yeah, we'll watch, but all you guys do is talk about the same thing over and over. Which is pretty funny to me, because then I could poke at you guys all I want because I find it hilarious, and it's it's pretty damn hilarious to see you guys still cry over the same thing. You guys been crying since The Last Jedi. I'm gonna quote Justin Timberlake. Cry me a river.
That this show has the highest potential to not be a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
Because it involves the least important people possible.
Yeah.
It's in an era that hasn't been very explored in depth.
Yeah.
Sure, you have Rebels. That is surface level fucking shit.
Yes.
That is not a story that you want to hear about the Empire and the Rebellion.
Yeah.
That's these fucking goons that are fucking around, these 5 idiots in the Ghost. I hate the Rebels, but anyway.
Oh, walk before you run, baby. Ryan, should really watch what you're saying, pal, because damn, you just burned people who loved Rebels, man.
But this could have actually been something cool. A spy thriller set in the Star Wars universe that can actually expand Star Wars instead of making it feel small as hell. But now, looks like a lot of people might have a tough time enjoying it because the people that are writing it fucking despise you and they want you to.
Damn, Ryan, do you really believe all that crap that comes out of your mouth? Damn, man. Why are you so close, so negative?
And it did. But
I'm
it
gonna
just
make
shows...
20 fucking videos on this fucking topic.
There you go. And it shows
I
time
don't
and
even
time
do Star
again.
Wars content. I'll probably pump out 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Way to spread the hate and lies. And keep on making a lot of videos on it. Let's continue to divide the people. Let's continue to divide the Star Wars community with our crazy nonsense. Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah. You should get out of your chair. Yeah, start bouncing up and down. Yeah.
And when there are people that continue to refuse what Lucasfilm has been telling them for a decade, it's been the same thing over and over and over again. It's not just Kathleen Kennedy that's the problem. Everyone that they bring in, everyone that they hire, almost, because they clearly fire the ones that think different than that.
You almost had me there, Ryan, but you forgot to name another factor of why things are terrible as well. You forgot to mention yourselves included. And some fans as well, because the saying goes, no one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans themselves. And I still believe that till this day. So please continue to enlighten us with your knowledge.
Things. Time will tell with Lord of the Rings. But when it comes to Disney Star Wars, just once again, people getting burned because they think it might be different, when in reality, it's just more of the same.
More of the same. And Andor's not even out yet. You know, I challenge Geeks and Gamers and Ryan and everyone there in that live stream to actually try to watch this show. You know, if they actually do it. Unless, of course, they're just looking at reviews on websites or just getting information from other YouTubers. And no. To actually go ahead, sit down, and watch the show. And if you guys do, goody. But don't say anything until the very last episode. So nothing on your channels, anything until the very end. If you guys can't do that, then that means you guys didn't really give the show a chance. And then we'll have a conversation. Until then, it's just a bunch of babushka. And man, I think I just lost a bunch of brain cells having to listen to these guys. And I'm sorry that you guys had to listen to these guys as well. Man, these guys are extremely negative and just, at the end, quite fucking hilarious. The hypocrisy with the fandom menace is just wow. And like I said, just to see these guys there is just like, it just puts a smile on my face. And you know what? I poke fun of them and all, and I could get away with it. So yeah, I mean, if they could do it, why can't I do it too? So yeah. Well, that is a wrap, actually. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you guys want to see me react to anyone from the Butthurt Menace, and I'll do it. I'm down for the challenge. And our goal is 1,000 subscribers. I know we could hit that. So please show your love and support and subscribe to the First Order. And remember that positivity isn't about being tough. It's about being smart. You suckers. Peace.